G'day guys, welcome back to another episode. You're watching Flash Like Crazy. My pocket carry today is the Dawson Machinecraft Todi Slim in aluminium. This has a Nietzsche 519A emitter with pushing out 4,500 Kelvin. It's got a forward clicky switch, bloody beautiful light, H17F driver this one has, but you can also get the dual voltage driver, which you can use like standard AA's and things like that. This light is solid as, man. I'm chucking it up on the channel soon, but just wanted to give it a run to really, check it out first. And wow, I'm absolutely loving it. So that's my pocket carry for the day. Now, today I'm reviewing a comparison video between two Nitecores. They are new Nitecores. We've got here the MH25 Pro, really beast of a thrower. And here its little brother, the MH12 Pro. Let's check it out. All right, it's comparison day. So let's just move these away. Now, okay, so if we just compare these for a second, max output 3,300 lumens each, max distance 705 meters versus 505 meters, impact resistance 1 meter for both, water rating or IP rating, IP68 for both. Now, I'm not going to do accessories and what's in the box because it's the same for both. Holster, charger, O-rings, lanyard. Boom, boom. All right, now, both of them come with a 5,300 milliamp hour, 21700, 3.6 volt lithium proprietary battery. Remember that. These batteries will not work in other lights, and I'm not sure, but I think other batteries will not work in these lights. Some people say that's a deal breaker. Other people don't worry. All right, now I'll just place the pocket clip on this so we can see both the pocket clips. Okay, now let's zoom in. All right, this is what they look like next to each other. Actually, we won't zoom in because it's pretty big. I'll just move them closer. All right, so this is what they look like next to each other. So what we're seeing is the same emitters. They both have proximity sensors. They both have smooth reflectors, although one of these reflectors is enormous and the other one is not so big. Obviously, you know which is which. So the MH25 Pro is a proper thrower. The MH12 Pro still throws really, really well, but because of the size of its reflector and the depth of it, which is not as deep as the MH25, you are limited in how far this beam is going to reach. Now, I'm just going to show you how they look. I'm just going to turn them around so you can see if there are any differences or not. Do they tail stand? They do. The MH25 is a little bit precarious, but they do tail stand. They both have the built-in charging ports here, and we will compare these actually because look at the depth of that. How amazing is that? So the MH12 Pro depth is very impressive. The MH25 Pro, oh yeah, very impressive as well. Both very, very deep charging ports, which is, in my opinion, very important. The bodies seem to be identical. The finish seems to be identical, although I do think the MH12 Pro has a bit more of a shiny finish, whilst the MH25 has a bit more of a kind of matty finish. They both have forward clicky tail switches. Forward clicky meaning you can half press for momentary, full press for constant on. They both have side switches. The MH25 Pro side switch is enormous. The MH12 is rather small. They both cycle using the side switches, and they both have output and battery. Okay, so battery is green, output is blue. Now we'll just do a couple of measurements. So MH12 Pro, 13.5 centimeters long. MH25 Pro is 15.5 centimeters long or thereabouts. The head of the MH25 Pro is 39.92, so we'll say 40 millimeters. The head of the MH12 Pro is 26.88 millimeters. The body of the MH12 is 24.34 millimeters, and the tail is 25.53 millimeters. The body of the MH25, 24.66 millimeters, and the tail 25.52 millimeters. So the bodies and tails are identical. The only differences is the head here and the neck. Now the weight of the MH12 with the battery, 160.5 grams. MH25, 209.05 grams, so 209 grams. So it's about 60 grams difference or thereabouts. Okay, so what we're really comparing here is outputs, run times, size, and weight, and performance in the night shots. So we are going to cut to the night shots soon, but before we do, let's just go over the outputs. So both of these have tactical mode and regular mode or daily mode. So what I'm going to do, both of these, so the MH25 is in tactical mode, the MH12 Pro is in daily mode. So I'll just get the MH25 back in daily mode. The way you do that is press and hold the side switch, click on the tail cap and then hold. It'll go to moonlight mode and then it'll swap. One flash means daily mode. Okay, so now that we are both in daily mode, what I'll do is I'll get the MH12 onto moonlight. Right. So there are the ultra low modes, they call them. 1 lumen. Both of them will last for 650 hours. Now, single click side switch will cycle. MH25, 50 lumens for 50 hours. MH12, 50 lumens for 50 hours. Cycle up, cycle up. MH25, 300 lumens for 7.5 hours. MH12, 300 lumens for 8.5 hours. Interesting. Cycle up, cycle up. MH25, 1200 lumens for 2.5 hours. MH12, 1200 lumens for 4.5 hours. Wow. Just under double the runtime. That is important to know, guys. So the throw that the MH25 has on high is 443 meters. The throw the MH12 has is 323 meters, but you're going to get that for 2 extra hours. Single click side switch, single click side switch. Right there, you have 3,300 lumens for both of them. They are both spec'd to last for 30 minutes, but they will step down. And the MH25, 705 meters, 124,300 candela. The MH12, 505 meters, 63,500 candela. That is half the amount of candela that the MH25 is pushing out. Single click the tail switch, turns it off. Now, from on, they do have memory mode, when they're in daily mode, that is. And press and hold the side switch, strobe, single click, back to where they were, single click tail switch, off. Both of these lights get very, very hot at the head, guys. Very, very hot. So that's why they step down super, super quick. Now, what is going to make this a decision for whoever is tossing up between these two? Well, size and compact and pocketability, that's number one, and performance is the other. That's it. Run times may come into it. So as I said, I guess the most significant runtime is on high. I'll just repeat it. High on the MH25 Pro is 1200 lumens for 2.5 hours with 440 meters of throw. High on the MH12 Pro is 1200 lumens, 4 hours and 30 minutes, so 2 extra hours, but only 323 meters of throw, so 100 meters, a bit more than 100 meters less. You may want to buy both. You may want this for a thrower, this for an EDC. I don't know, but let's go check out the night shots and see how much better this big head is than this one. And then we'll come back for some final thoughts, prices, and where to buy the Nightcores MH25 Pro and MH12 Pro. See you in a sec. All right, there is the MH12 Pro. Large hotspot. Lot of spill around the hotspot. Enormous amount of light. Up there, we are getting the top, not by a crazy amount, but we are getting it. Back of the fence, illuminating basically everything. Very cool hotspot, a lot of light in the spill. MH12 Pro. Great searchlight. All right, let's go to the MH25. Whoa, that is a significant difference. Much tighter hotspot, a lot of light. Look at the back fence there. Whoa. That is a significant difference. Wow. Top of the tower there is being
scorched by this hot spot. Well, we all thought it, but now we know it. We have a clear winner, MH25 Pro, and it's not that much bigger, guys. So you get far superior performance for not that much bigger. Absolutely awesome. 12 Pro, larger hotspot. A lot of light dedicated in the spill with the 12 Pro. Actually, a lot of light dedicated in the spill. Still great hotspot, but 25 Pro. Whew. That is an impressive spotter. Wham bam, thank you, ma'am. All right. See ya.
All right, so there's no denying the MH25 Pro outperforms the MH12 Pro in just about every way except run times. So it is very interesting that on high and medium, you get better run times in the MH12 Pro. So that may be something that comes into your decision making on if you only want to buy one of these. So let's just go over what is going to come up as potential deal breakers, all right? So number one is the size, particularly the size of the head. I know that the size of the head is going to be a deal breaker for some people because a lot of people like to carry their lights in their pockets, not just in a bag or something. So if it's a pocketable light you're looking for, I reckon the size of the head on the MH25 Pro might be pushing it a little bit. So that's where you'd probably lean to more towards the MH12 Pro. But then if it's performance you're only worried about and you're not really worried about pocketing this light, so if it's like a backpack light, for example, but you need a thrower, then the MH25 Pro is probably going to be for you because it's got better throw. In every level, it's got better throw. And of course, why wouldn't it? Check that, look at the difference in heads there. But then if battery life is important to you, particularly on high, because you got to remember, guys, Nitecore's turbo modes do not last long. They should really be called like burst mode instead of turbo mode, really. But if you can just kind of get used to the term turbo mode meaning very limited, short-lived, then it makes sense. So the turbo modes, you'll get them for about a minute and then they'll drop right down and then you're only going to get them for 30 minutes after that, like the runtime, because it's drained so much out of the battery, right? On high mode is going to be your most sustainable output. And on high mode, you get 2 extra hours in the MH12 Pro. So if it's a sustainable output that you're looking for, MH12 Pro is probably going to be your best bet. But if you desperately need that extra throw, MH25 is going to be your best bet. Now, price also will come into it. So at lightshop.com.au right now, the Nitecore MH12 Pro is currently sitting at about 205 Australian dollars, whereas the MH25 Pro is currently sitting at 175 Australian dollars. So interesting that, it's like 30 bucks less for this guy. Now, what I'm going to do is link both of these directly at lightshop.com.au. Head on over there, click the link, go check them out. If you're in the market for tactical style lights that have these new emitters that throw a long, long way, take a look at these two bad boys. They're pretty good for their money. Just remember, turbo mode means pretty much burst mode. So look at high mode for your sustained output. Don't look at turbo mode thinking 3,500 lumens, I'm going to get that for, mate, seconds, like a minute, 60 seconds, and then it's going to drop down. All right, thanks very much for watching, guys. Until next time, stay cool and stay safe. See ya.